Hey there, nerd fighters, it's your boy Gaurav, and let's face it, Google is like that one nosy neighbor who knows everything about everyone. You search for yourself, expecting to find your LinkedIn profile or that article you wrote 3 years ago, but instead, bam! An embarrassing blog post, an outdated address, or worse, something negative. How did that even get there? And more importantly, how do you make it disappear? Well, you're in luck because today, we're talking about the art of removing a Google search result. Grab a cup of coffee, or tea if that's your vibe, and let's dive into it. So, you found a search result that makes you want to disappear faster than a cookie in the Nerdfighteria break room. First things first, we gotta do some detective work. Who actually put this content out there? Scroll to the bottom of the webpage. You know, that digital wasteland where nobody ever goes. You're looking for a Contact Us or an About section. Sometimes there's even a handy-dandy Remove Content button, which is kind of like finding a $20 bill in your old jeans. A pleasant surprise. If you strike digital gold and find an email address, a phone number, or even a chatbot waiting to hear your woes, it's time to put on your best digital manners. We're going for polite and persistent, not internet troll. A well-crafted email explaining why you want the content removed can work wonders. Remember, behind every website, there's a real human being who probably doesn't want to be associated with your awkward phase either. Sometimes simply asking nicely doesn't cut it. Maybe the website owner is ignoring your emails, or maybe the content is seriously bad news. We're talking copyright infringement, illegal stuff, the kind of thing that makes the internet a less awesome place. That's where the DMCA takedown request comes in. DMCA stands for the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and it's basically a legal battering ram for dealing with this kind of content. You can find a DMCA takedown form on Google's website. Fill it out, explain why the content violates the law or your rights, and Google will investigate. This isn't a magic wand, though. Google gets a lot of these requests, and they have to make sure you're legit. False claims won't fly, so keep it honest. Okay, so you've tried being polite, you've considered the DMCA, but that stubborn search result is still hanging on for dear life. What do? You fight fire with fire, or in this case, content with content. This, my friends, is the world of search engine optimization, also known as SEO. The basic idea is this: if you can't get rid of the bad stuff, bury it under an avalanche of good stuff. Start creating awesome content, blog posts, articles, videos, interpretive dances inspired by your favorite theorems, whatever floats your boat. The more high-quality content you put out there, the more Google has to work with. And the goal is to push that negative search result so far down the search results page that nobody will ever find it. Let's be real. When was the last time you ventured past the first page of Google results? Sometimes the search results you want to remove are deeply personal. Your home address, your phone number, those embarrassing photos from your experimental theater phase. For these situations, Google has a specific form for removing sensitive content. It's kind of like a digital help desk for your most private information. You fill out the form, explain why the content is harmful, and Google's team reviews it. Now, it's important to remember that Google isn't in the business of censoring the internet. They have to weigh a lot of factors before removing something. But if you're dealing with harassment, doxing, or other forms of online abuse, this form is definitely worth a shot. Look, I get it. Dealing with all this can be exhausting. It's like trying to assemble IKEA furniture while riding a unicycle, difficult, frustrating, and likely to end in a minor injury. So, if you've tried everything and you're still staring down that unwanted search result, it might be time to call in the big guns reputation management specialists. These are the digital fixers, the people who make embarrassing online mishaps disappear for a living. They have the tools, the expertise, and the patience, which, let's face it, most of us lack, to handle even the most stubborn online messes. Think of them as the digital equivalent of those friends who help you move apartments. They might cost a bit, but they're worth their weight in gold. Before we wrap up, remember this: the internet has a long memory. Even if you manage to remove something from Google, it might still exist somewhere else. Screenshots, archives, oh, the joys of modern technology. So while it's definitely worth trying to clean up your online presence, don't expect perfection. The internet is a bit like that messy drawer in your kitchen. You can try to organize it, but there's always going to be that one random thing you can't quite explain.
Call us at 877-356-7887 if you need help clearing your bad reputation. You can subscribe to our channel for more such content.